Hello everyone, good afternoon. So, today, here in this session, I'll be talking about general safety rules, which is the small value added activity for you. Under chemistry laboratory, we have general safety rules, chemical safety, glassware, and the equipment safety. So, before going to safety rules, let us define what is safety. The safety can be defined as a rule or an act that is meant for keeping everyone in the laboratory safe and thereby creating a safe working zone. So, let us see what are all the general safety and operational rules we are supposed to follow in the lab. The first thing or the main thing we are supposed to use is our common sense in the lab, and we have to be serious while working in the laboratory. So, coming to the rules here, the first one is listen or read the instructions carefully before attempting to do anything in the lab. Carry out only those experiments which are assigned to you by your teacher. No running or jumping in laboratory is permitted. And coming to eye protection, wear the appropriate eye protective goggles in the laboratory and inform your teacher if you are wearing any contact lenses. Okay, so these are the the protective goggles which we are supposed to wear all the time while working in the laboratory. Coming to the clothing, wear appropriate protective clothing. The clothing worn in the laboratory should offer the protection from the splashes and spills in the lab, and these protective clothing should be easily removable in case of any accidents. The non-porous aprons offer the most satisfactory protection, and the lab jackets or the coats should have snap fasteners so that they can be easily removed, and these coats are to be fastened closed while working in your lab, and they have to be removed prior to exit from your laboratory. Here you can see the basic PPEs, that is your protective goggles, the gloves and the lab coat, and the shoes which is completely covering the feet. Okay, and these PPEs should be comfortable. And coming to the shoes, the sandals or open-toed shoes are not supposed to be worn in the lab, and also the leather shoes will protect your feet from chemical spills, so you are supposed to wear the shoes which will cover your feet completely. Okay, and seventh one, do not apply any cosmetics, do not eat or drink in the laboratory. Doing these kind of activities may lead to an accidental ingestion of the harmful chemicals. Do not taste any chemicals in the laboratory. During lab work, keep your hands away from your face and tie back your long hairs. Roll up your long sleeves. Do not smell any chemicals directly. If your teacher asked to smell any of the chemicals, use your hands to fan the vapor to your nose, and wash your hands with soap and water before leaving, and this rule will be applied even for those who are wearing the gloves. So remove your gloves and wash your hand before you leave the lab, and know the safety equipments where they are placed in your laboratory or in the place where you will be working. These are the safety equipments, that is your eye wash fountain which will be used for washing your eyes in case of any spills in the eyes, and the emergency exits in and around your laboratory, and the safety shower, the fire extinguisher. So you should know where they are placed, and you should also know how to use them so that you can use in any accidents. The emergency exit, eye wash fountain, and how to use the fire extinguisher. So we'll see in the next class how to use the fire extinguisher in detail. And never work alone in the lab. In case of any problem, you may need another person to prevent the injury or even to save your life. So, you need the other person in the lab. So, never work alone in your laboratory. And remember that the lab is a place where you are supposed to be serious while working. So, the careless behavior may endanger yourself and others, which will not be tolerated. So, these are the basic general safety rules we are supposed to follow. Thanks for your patience.